So one could never expect the external to be what the internal isn't. Okay, so this video brings us to Kacie and Patrick. They didn't have a chance from hell right from the beginning. So this couple ended before it even got started, and not because of incompatibility, but because Patrick was already battling a war with himself. Remember, although Kacie had two very different versions of why she ended it with Patrick, and I'm not really quite sure even if she really knows why she ended it with Patrick, but to Patrick, she delivered the news by saying, "It's not you, it's me. And you deserve to have someone who loves you fully, or in the way that you deserve." And with Kacie, yeah, he definitely deserved more. But here's the truth. We attract what we fear. Patrick feared not being accepted. And what did he get? Someone who could not accept him. Oh, this wasn't random. This was vibration plus identity plus trauma plus belief systems colliding in real time. Patrick spoke the entire time about being Asian, not liking Asians, not dating anyone who was Asian. When put in a pod and the person with whom he had the strongest attraction finding out that she was Asian, Patrick's guard was down, and we saw the possibility of Patrick actually being with someone who reflected and looked much like he looked. Patrick was terrified of himself. And when you hate yourself that much, in the vibrational world in which we live, the world only reflects that hate back to you. If you really think about it, Kacie wasn't really rejecting Patrick. Kacie was simply reflecting that rejection that Patrick already had for himself. Though one would argue that love is blind, internalized self-loathing is loud. Now, I know people are going to hate me for this, but that's fine. At 56 years old with 9 kids who've gone back and forth with one day loving me, next day hating me, I'm okay with a little bit of hate. But let's have the race conversation. Dating outside of your race is totally cool, but refusing to date anyone within your race, that's not a preference, that's pathology. That is simply self-hate disguised as romantic ideology. While people are saying that love is love, while simultaneously rejecting their own racial group, what they really mean is, I don't love me, or I don't love who I've come from. I don't love my parents. So my hope that this season becomes a mirror for Patrick, that when he watches himself back and he hears the nonsense that comes from his mouth, that he realizes that much of what he said was rooted in insecurity, not individuality. If that doesn't wake him up, then I'm going to say my boy Patrick is way further gone than I could imagine. But of course, not all is lost if Patrick finally realizes. You cannot manifest acceptance if you have not truly accepted yourself. Remember, you don't attract the world you deserve. You attract the world you believe you deserve. So make sure that you don't believe that you're less than the person who you are. So this video is mainly for Patrick, not necessarily Kacie, because Kacie, there's a whole lot there, but who knows. But anyway, don't forget to like, follow, and please comment, because now I am living for the interactions. Have a good one, guys.